If you grew up in the 80s or 90s, you know how fun going to the local arcade was, right? And if you're planning on coming to Japan or you live in Japan, you might want to check out the local arcade scene. Why wouldn't you? But don't bother typing in best arcades into Google because nothing's going to come up. Just a bunch of garbage like Sega arcades or places that don't even exist anymore. No, no, no. This list is all about the unknown, the hidden gems, the classic arcades. It's because of the pandemic. All of these places are struggling to stay alive, and some of them don't even appear on any Google search. Oh my god, it's 2022. Those Sega arcades, they're gone. They've been sold and replaced with these eyesores. Look at this. Kawasaki Warehouse? You remember that place, don't you? Of course you do. It's the most famous arcade in Japan. It was all over the internet. And now it's history. Long gone. Or is it? Maybe it just moved somewhere and nobody knows about it. And it might just appear somewhere on this list. Well, this is it. The best arcades in the greater Tokyo area. All of which can be easily accessed by train. I'm even gonna make a map for you, Indiana Jones style. And at the end of the video, there's gonna be a chapter and it's gonna show you exactly how to get to these arcades from the nearest train station. Am I a kind guy or what? So prepare yourselves and tell your friends too. Share the love. People need to know about these places. Here we go.
Number 7.
We start the list with an arcade called Garden. Garden appears to have been paused in a moment in time, and the year is 2004. Most of the games that exist in here are all from around that era. Not that that's a bad thing. In fact, it's perfect. There are more than enough modern arcades around Tokyo that have all the new stuff. Plus you'll find stuff from the 80s and 90s in other arcades that are highly likely going to feature in this countdown. So it's refreshing to have places like Garden still around. This is the only place that still has the classic real puncher machine. Oh, look at that handsome devil. Wow, he is so good at Street Fighter 2, isn't he? Check out those skills. Yes, I am a child trapped in a man's body. I highly doubt I would have filmed myself playing this if there were other people around. They've even got this power testing machine. Oh, look at those guns. It looks like I'm about to pop a vein. Bloody hell. What gets me every time I come here is just how desolate it is. I don't see how they could possibly be turning a profit. The size of this place is massive, and most of these games are downright classics. Yet there is so much unused and empty space. If they had a bit more coin coming in, they could grow it into something really special. Most of the games in here are not your standard cabinets with joysticks and buttons. It's all pretty much driving, punching, typing, shooting, riding, lifting and flipping.
Number 6.
Number 6 on the list is Warehouse. Does that name sound familiar? It should, because it's the same warehouse that was once Kawasaki Warehouse. You'll remember that, right? It was legendary. There were pictures and videos of it all over the internet. The interior and exterior design, the games. But they shut down because of a dispute over the rent a few years ago. and now they live here. If you follow my channel, maybe you've already watched that dedicated video I made of this place in an earlier episode. Unfortunately, this place is nowhere near as awesome as Kawasaki was. Not even close. Half the games no longer work. They haven't even bothered to fix them. They just sit in the back corner, rusting away. Street Fighter 1 resembles something more like a Virtual Boy game now. This is the exact same machine I played from an earlier Spike Set Spire episode. What a decline! Such a shame. I'm glad I had the chance to enjoy these games and make episodes on them a couple of years ago. Seeing them like this is just depressing. All the other upright cabinets are working okay and have been moved over here, so making the trip out this way won't be a complete waste of your time. Just do yourself a favour and keep your expectations to a minimum, because to be honest, every time I come in here, it just seems to be falling more and more apart. Compared to the previous arcade I just showed you, this place does still draw a slight crowd, but these people seem to stick to the same popular racing games and rhythm games. Oh, I almost forgot. Dance Dance Revolution is here. Jeez, doesn't that take you back? What a game! Butterfly, Boom Boom Dollar. There's drums and guitars too. You know what? Warehouse is actually pretty good for rhythm games.
Number 5.
Where else in the world can you still play as Kylie Minogue in Street Fighter the movie? And games like Rastan Saga 3 on giant screens with sound blasting from in-your-face speakers. Super Street Fighter 2X is only 30 yen a pop. It used to be 10 yen. 10 yen! But then Corona happened. Hey has such a wide variety of games. Stuff you probably forgot ever existed. But it's the mouth-watering amount of shmups and bullet hell games that Hey prides itself on. If it exists, Hey Arcade probably has it. There's Crazy Taxi, Outrun 2, lots of racing games, and the original Ridge Racer. Oh look, I lost again. Virtua Fighter 2 and Time Crisis 5, they really have a good balance of the old and the new. There's a section with all your favourite side-scrolling beat-em-ups too, like Ghouls and Ghosts, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, Knights of the Round and Alien vs Predator, even Sunset Riders. Geez, I have some fond memories of this one. It's really not uncommon to witness the local gamers here beat these games on one credit. If puzzle games are more of your cup of tea, you'll find an array of them. Did I mention that Hey Arcade is 4 stories tall? It is huge. There's an entire level dedicated to just fighting games, and there's always scores of people playing. Of course, all of these people aren't your casual gamers. They've been playing these games all their lives, and you can really see some mad skills on display. And the Street Fighter 2 competition is fierce. Well, pre-pandemic on the 10 yen machines it was. Not so much now.
Number 4.
We are still in Akihabara, and now we're in Super Potato. This is not just a place for buying retro games and consoles. Also, on the top floor is a mini arcade. but it's very small compared to Hey Arcade. Wonder Boy in Monsterland and Super Street Fighter 2X are there to greet you as soon as you enter. All of these games, mind you, are 100 yen, almost double the price of the other arcades that feature on this list. Oh, hello Snake. Fancy seeing you here. I see some Nimrod has snapped off your gun, you poor bloke. Super Mario Brothers in table cabinet style. That style of cabinet really reminds me of playing games in my childhood. Die Hard Arcade. There's a big bench where you can sit and chill with a drink and read manga. They have a bunch of shit. Super Potato really is the complete package when it comes to retro game stores in Tokyo. Sure, it's expensive in comparison, but whether you're into games or not, no trip to Akihabara is complete without coming here. One thing I didn't mention that sets Super Potato apart from the rest is their candy section. Get the ultimate sugar rush and maybe even some diabetes while you play. Dagashi is the official word for this type of candy. Extremely cheap. I think Americans might know it as penny candy. The price and fun packaging are designed for kids to blow their pocket money on. And when I say cheap, I mean it. I think if this candy section wasn't here, this arcade would lose a lot of its charm. Anyway, I'm gonna play some Street Fighter and probably chill here for a while.
Number 3.
Mikado in Take Danobaba, right next to Shinjuku. Walking into this place is like stepping through the gates of heaven. You are immediately greeted with these well-preserved deluxe cabinets of all your favorites. This place even has the Simpsons arcade. Remember this? Outrunners! Boy, do I love this game. This was not here last time I visited. What an addition! This is Kiki Kai Kai. It later had a follow-up game on the SNES called Pocky and Rocky. There's even a Street Fighter 1 here. However, it has the 6-button layout. It's so good to see this Simpsons arcade. And sitting next to Virtua Striker, no doubt. What a gem of a game. Finally, I can show some footage of me actually winning in a game. Huda Man. Mikado is really big. It's 2 stories high. Only Hey Arcade rivals it when it comes to the wide variety and hard to find games that we all knew and loved. It's a shame Take Danobaba is over a 1-hour journey from my house. I'd visit here more often if it were closer. An arcade fully dedicated to the 80s and 90s. The deluxe cabinets they have are really the icing on the cake, and they are constantly being serviced and kept in the condition they deserve to be in. Some of these games, I just don't know where else you could still play them. They're just so old and really hard to find in working order. This is Metal Hawk. This machine was released in 1988 in extremely limited quantities. It is super rare and considered a prized collector's item. Some classic games here on the cocktail cabinets. Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. What a ripper. The bottom floor is all the deluxe cabinets, but when you come up to the second floor, it is a sea of upright cabinets, and everything you come across is like finding a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Oh, hey there, Spike. I think this girl is the Mikado mascot. Aisles and aisles of endless games. Everything you could possibly imagine and more. Where the hell is everyone? Well, it's currently a weekday afternoon, so working, I guess. Mikado sometimes hosts tournaments. If you think you're up to it, you can compete. Me? No. And occasionally they have lock-ins. You pay your $10 or whatever, and you can stay all day for a free play session. I've done that a few times. It's fun. Tell me this is not one of the best arcades you have seen in recent memory. You better get your asses down here and play these games. They're waiting for you.
Number 2.
Now we are in Ikebukuro, a very popular and crazy city in Tokyo. A city I know for being full of annoying nanpa guys and places that have naked ladies inside. The arcade that features at number 2 on this list is also called Mikado. Yes, same company. Let's go. Well, oh B, F-Zero had an arcade release. I had no idea. This Mikado has 3 levels. In the basement, you can find a wide variety of upright cabinets full of puzzle games, side-scrollers, shoot-em-ups and beat-em-ups. This is actually the only place where I have found a Golden Axe cabinet in Japan. A real mixture of old classics from the 80s and 90s, and games that you won't find over at the other Mikado, which gives you a reason to come here. It's only 2 stations away on the train. Come and play some Pengu. The ground floor features more deluxe cabinets of your old and relatively new favourites. Space Harrier, Terminator, such a badass gun. Sega Rally is here. I really loved this game. Time Crisis 2 is here. It's just Poindexter heaven. Yeah, ground floor, lots of stuff. And the top floor is chockers full of fighting games.
Number 1.
Now we have come to the number 1 arcade in Japan. Finally, we are in Urawa, a city made famous for their soccer team, Urawa Reds, who apparently have hooligan fans. I'll believe that when I see it. This arcade is called Play Spot. It's located and tucked away on the 2nd floor of some building where no one would ever think to look. Today I've come right on opening time, so I'm going to be the only one here, and it'll be nice and quiet to film without bothering people. PlaySpot is dedicated to fighting games. This is your fighting game scene right here. It's small, but the community is enormous. I've come here on numerous occasions and spoken to the friendly locals who frequent here. A few even said to me that they moved houses just so that they can come here and play every day. Almost every night there are events and tournaments being held where the best players converge and battle it out. It's very exciting. The owner is a really nice guy who is approachable and talkative. He told me he has been absolutely struggling to survive during the pandemic, but he's still hanging in there. One night I was in here and I was talking to a young Japanese guy, and he had just recently won a Street Fighter tournament held in France, and he pointed out his trophy to me that he proudly keeps on the wall in here. And I'm like, holy shit, man, that's a huge trophy. And then he said, no, that's my trophy down there. And he pointed to the smaller one right next to it. And I'm like, oh, that's a real nice hat you're wearing. Time to get some game time in. Now's a really good time for me to play because later, when the locals come in and challenge me, I'm just gonna get sent to the slaughter. They toy with me. But everyone is very friendly. Compared to the other arcades, this place has heart. Well, what did you think? Tell me everything in the comments.
Everything?
Everything. I did promise you at the start of the show that I would show you how to get to these places, because some of them are really hard to find. Are you ready? When you get off the train at Minami Koshigaya, walk along the platform and down the stairs and push past everyone because you are 6 foot tall and much bigger than everyone else. Then walk past the taxis and the non-Japanese Asian women offering dodgy massages. Go past some food places and dodge cars until you get to Aeon Shopping Mall. Then go up the escalators a few times and you'll arrive at Garden. To get to Warehouse from Soka Station, which is only 1 station away from the previous arcade, mind you, take the east exit and walk straight up this road. Yep, go straight. Keep walking straight. I left the station at dusk and now it's completely dark because I've been walking straight for so long and I've had to speed this video up even faster, walk across this bridge and dodge the old ladies and the bikes to come flying up from behind. Wait for what feels like an eternity at these lights. Come on! Then walk straight again. Lots of walking straight. Now take a left. Now keep walking up this dark and narrow road until you get to the end and take a right. I'm walking faster, there's a strange guy following me. Then finally you arrive. From Akihabara Station, electric exit, walk down towards the Sega building that no longer exists. After you cross the road, take a right. Continue on, while trying not to slip ass over in the snow, admire the view of Akihabara, you've arrived. From Hey Arcade's rear exit, turn right and walk for 5 seconds, you've arrived. Take the Waseda exit from Takedanobaba Station. Walk past all the people and laugh at them because they have to work today and you don't. Take a left on this tiny street. Walk up this street while enjoying Astro Boy tunes blasting from the train station. Mikado is on your right. Turn left from the east exit and walk past the annoying, ugly Nampa guys harassing the sexy Japanese girls. Resist the temptation to punch their lights out. Take a right and walk up the busy street with the bright lights. Hang a left. When you see the place with the naked ladies, turn right. Mikado is just up on your left. From Minami Urawa Station, walk down the stairs and look for the exit. There's only one way out of there. Take a left. Get frustrated because of slow walkers and nimrods who play games on their phone while walking. Walk towards the takoyaki food store. Enjoy the delicious smell of takoyaki while you wait for the light to turn blue. Is it ever going to change? I'm filming here. Finally, take a left, then a quick right. Walk up this street for about 2 minutes, and before you know it, you'll see it on your left.